Professor Rookwood was right. The place is crawling with Victor Rookwood's lot and Ranrock's loyalists. It is not a friendly alliance. I'm sure you'll agree that we need to find a way in other than the front gate. Let's go.
Triangle button. Assign top. Circle Disil R2.
Ranrock wants us to find the child. But which child?
We could take every child we find to Ranrock.
Revelio.
If we make it the right one.
Cool. Sounds like a lot of work. Perhaps we just tell him we looked. Well, if he asks.
It does sound easier. Let's do that.
Don't see myself doing this sort of thing forever, though. Fancy I'll have my own operation worked out one day. People working for me.
You can't stop Ranrock's rebellion!
I'm famished.
Repair it.
That's our way in.
Protego!
I'll cut you from shit.
Revelio. Repulsor. Descendo. Flipendo. Accio. Guardian Leviosa.
If I'd known your plan was to dig up half the country...
I wouldn't have to dig if you could simply manage to bring me the child.
We wouldn't need the child if you hadn't sent a dragon to retrieve the container I spent months and countless ministry favors tracking.
You let them board the carriage. My options were limited once I knew it would be inconveniently beyond my reach at that infernal school.
Have you not acquired enough power here? I allowed you to tunnel under my family home.
Allowed me? You are here only because you are descended from a keeper and may at some point inadvertently become valuable. We had an agreement. I will share with you the power that I discovered if you locate the stores of magic that are yet to be found. So, unless you want another demonstration of my power, a power that you one day hope to wield, bring me the child.
We already knew they were after you, but now we know they're digging for stores of magic.
And Ranrock knows about the Keepers.
Yes, I caught that too. Professor Rookwood said that you'd understand more once you complete the next trial.
Let's get into that castle. Flipendo.
Does Hogwarts teach
Any special words you want me to pass on to you?
Visit the collections menu to learn about enemy abilities and weaknesses.
I'll make you wish to a bag of school.
one less human to worry about?
There we go. An intruder!
Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this.
Incendio. Expelliarmus. Confringo.
A lucky shot.
Incendio. Crescendo.
Lucky, that's all.
Can't get down, you're in a heap of trouble. Oh, come on, you're in a... Get over here, you insolent child. Ha ha! Time to teach someone a lesson.
You're really tough. How delightful.
My eyes closer. Better.
Incendio.
Sweetheart. Amateur.
Descendo.
You're easier to spot than an eruption. Release me!
Accio.
Just wait till I come down.
Revelio. 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 Revelio.
I suppose that's the
Revelio.
proper way down.
Repulsor. Accio. Revelio.
I wouldn't give a cup of mushroom soup.
Accio.
Is this
Revelio.
those symbols on the walls?
There is. I've seen symbols like these before. I need to find all of them, then cast at them quickly in succession. Accio! Accio!
Why, the grapple you are.
Goblin tracks. They're a step ahead of us. Let's see where they lead.
Revelio.
This must be it. The store of magic and the source of Ranrock's power.
It looks empty. If they've taken all of it, why are they still here?
Ranrock said there's more to be found, and if he's right about that, it may or may not be located here. Wherever it is, we need to find it before they do. Where is that portrait?
I heard something. I was hoping that was you.
Professor Rookwood, the goblins and dark wizards who've overrun your castle are digging for stores of magic and have broken open some sort of container.
No! Things are more dire than I could have imagined. If, as you told Percival, a goblin in his vault was wielding a powerful magic, then they have somehow learned. It cannot be!
And sir, they know you were a keeper. Ranrock used the term.
This makes no sense. How did... We shall discuss this later. Right now, you must complete the next trial.
I'm ready.
Just tell me where I need to go.
The power you stand to wield must first be fully understood. The trials will ensure that. Power without knowledge is dangerous indeed. In the wrong hands, we will simply have to outwit Ranrock and my unfortunate namesake.
Very well, Professor. Tell me where I need to go.
I shall reveal the path. Professor Fig must leave you now.
I would join you if I could. I shall await your arrival in the map chamber.
Revelio. 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 Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Capulso. Revelio. Capulso. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Lumos. Util arrest triangle button. Assign top.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Arresto Momentum. That pillar is blocking the path. I'll need to move it. Revelio. Accio. Arresto momentum. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Arresto momentum. Repulso. Revelio. Confringo. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Incendio! I believe I need to proceed to the left here, but how? Revelio. Arresto momentum. Accio. How seem to hit the mark on the far wall? That sort of thing has repositioned the archways in the past. Oh. Bridges appear and disappear depending upon which side of the archway I'm on. There's a pillar here, but no ledge near it for me to grab onto. Readjusts the archway. Perhaps there's a way forward from the other side of this one.
26. Circle button. Back. Quests. No assignments.
pull one of those blocks through the archway. Confringo! Expelliarmus! Revelio. After pulling the block out through the archway, I can place it where it can be climbed on while on the other side of the archway. Guardian Leviosa. Arresto Momentum. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Arresto Momentum. Accio. Arresto Momentum. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Arresto Momentum. Incendio! Defendo! Defender. Accio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Defender. Confringo. Expelliarmus.
Lumos.
Incendio. Expelliarmus. Defender. Descender. Convulsor. Accio. Confringo. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Defender. Depulsor. Descender. Confringo. Incendio. Protego. Expelliarmus. Compulsor. Incendio. Defender. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Accio. Arresto. Accio. Arresto momentum. Protego. Accio. Confringo. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Defender. What a relief. Revelio.
Must say I'm curious to hear of Isadore's travels.
Do come in.
Please, have a seat.
Isadora, we are all most intrigued to hear.
I've something to show you. Father, these are my colleagues from Hogwarts. Father hasn't spoken since my brother died. On my travels, I confirmed that which I've always believed. That we have the power to take away pain.
Isadora. What have you done?
I took his pain.
This is uncharted magic, Isadora. You can only see what has been sealed in the jar, and we do not know what power that may hold. But the traces of that magic are different from what I've seen before.
Thank you.
You're back. And in one piece, no less. It is good to see you again.
Professor Rookwood told me about what happened at Rookwood Castle.
In light of the dire circumstances in which we find ourselves, it is most fortunate that someone so competent is following this path.
Thank you, Professor. I shall keep the second artifact safe as you've advised.
Good. Are you ready to move on?
I'm ready. What did Isadora remove from her father's chest?
What was the glowing strand that Isadora pulled from her father's chest?
It was pain. You will understand more about her actions as you complete the trials.
I'm ready.
I'm ready for whatever comes next.
In that case, introductions are in order.
Allow me to introduce former Hogwarts headmistress, Neve Fitzgerald.
How do you do? I must say that I was not entirely surprised to learn that a student had been completing the trials. I've always believed Hogwarts students capable of anything they set their minds to.
Thank you, Professor. It's a pleasure to meet you as well.
I am certain that you are more than capable of completing my trial. However, I must first, how shall I say, prepare the location of your next trial.
We trust your judgment, Professor Fitzgerald. You should know better than anyone how to manage the inconvenience of, well...
A vainglorious and exasperating headmaster? Indeed I should. I shall confirm that everything is in order immediately.
Of course. Professor Fitzgerald needs some time to clear the way forward. Until then, you should continue to hone your magic. If you learn more about Ranrock and Victor Rookwood's activities in the meantime, please let us know.
Very well, Professor. I know. Continue to hone my magic.
You do learn quickly. Hopefully you will soon hear from Lodgok as well, and we shall learn how he fared with the helmet you retrieved. Well done today, as always. We shall speak again soon.
Level. Map. Quests. Troll. The deadline keys. Rescue. Sacking cell. The ghost of our love. The map portrays a forest, bridge and candles. Birds up. Take the bis. Level. 20.
Natty told me about your run-in with the poachers. I have some news about them as well. Can you meet me soon? I fear that some of what I uncovered has to do with you.
When you have a moment, please stop by the Room of Requirement. Deke mentioned you might be interested in learning how to breed beasts.
Assignment's all finished.
I have been asked to teach you the exploding charm, Bombarda. Once you have completed the tasks I've set forth, speak to me after class.
Level. Map. Flew flames locate quests. Professor Hoween's assignment. Before I can let Professor Hoween know I've completed her assignment and learn Bombarda, I need to attend Beasts class. Attend Beasts class. Crossbutt. Fire and Vice. Poppy is waiting in the area to the far north of Hogwarts, as the broom flies. Meet Poppy Sweeting. Requirements. Required level. Professor. Troll control. The deadline keys. Fire and Vice. Poppy. Level. Talents. Map. Flew flames locations. Exit. Professor Hoween's assignment. The Bell Tower Wing. The Bell Tower Wing. B.
Spellbook. Meet me in the Undercroft.
I completed your assignment, Professor. I'm ready to learn Bombarda now.
Good. Now, this spell comes with a caveat. It should only be used when necessary. The exploding charm, as you might suspect, can hurt people. Use caution when casting it.
Of course, Professor. Is this an appropriate spell for student? Of course,
I will, Professor.
I will hold you to that promise. Now, you must be precise in your wand movements. We don't want you blowing your hand off. Go ahead. Nice and steady wand movements. Remember, the exploding charm is highly volatile. Well done. Now, let us put it into practice, shall we? Go ahead and try it on the pumpkins.
Lumos. Bombarda. Damage. Lumos. Bombarda. R2 button. Incendio. Lumos. Defindo. Transformation. Control. Unavailable. Transforms objects and enemies in R2 button. Hold to assign. Circle button. Back. Crucio. Unforgivable curse. Causes most enemies to writhe in pain as they take damage over time. R2. The exploding charm, Bombarda, is a heavy damage spell that causes an explosive blast in a large area.
Bombarda. Excellent wand work. Cast the spell just like that every time. Assured and in control. Textbook execution. Bravo.
Professor, might I have a moment?
Yes. What is it?
Why are you interested in magical beasts?
I was wondering what inspired your interest in magical beasts.
Are you considering some sort of profession in the field?
Possibly.
I haven't decided quite yet, but I do find magical beasts fascinating.
You do seem to engage well with the beasts in class. I believe that when choosing a path, particularly of a scholarly nature, one must take into account both one's enthusiasm for a particular subject, as well as how one may best serve the students to whom one is obligated to both inspire and teach.
Of course, Professor. When did your path become clear?
I recall it quite vividly. It was the summer between my 6th and 7th years. I read in the Prophet about a wizard who'd been selling alchemy eggs and disappeared in the mountains near my home. I knew of the alchemy, of course, from my studies, but they are native to lands east of here, such as India. I wondered if it was possible that an alchemy could be so nearby. Hence, I went to find it.
Finding an alchemy sounds challenging. What is an alchemy?
What type of beast is an alchemy?
It is a spectacular beast. A feathered, winged serpent-like creature that can grow or shrink to fit a particular space. Its eggs are made of pure silver, hence the desire to trade in them.
Finding an alchemy sounds challenging.
Seems quite a challenge finding an alchemy in the mountains.
It was. After a few days, during which my parents grew increasingly annoyed at my absence, I found what little remained of the wizard egg trader. He was near a tree hollow. And there, inside, was a nest with 7 silver alchemy eggs.
What did you do with them?
Nothing. Beasts are to be valued for what they can provide for wizard kind. Protective clothing, potion ingredients, even wand cores. Only poachers see the value in ending a beast's life for galleons. I left the eggs alone. I hid. And moments later, the beast flew right over my head. Breathtaking. She then seemed to all but disappear as she shrunk to fit into the hollow.
That sounds incredible.
Indeed. I knew in that moment that I needed to understand all that I could about beasts and ensure that wizard kind learned to benefit properly from them. Now, I trust that I have answered your question. You would do well to continue your study of beasts, regardless of your chosen path. Beasts and all that they provide will vastly improve your life, and perhaps one day even save it.
I shall remember that, Professor. Thank you.
Level. Map. Flew Flames location quests. In the shadow of discovery. Sebastian sent me an owl saying he found something interesting in the book from the scriptorium and he wants to discuss it in the Undercroft. Speak with Sebastian in the Undercroft. Cross button. Level. Talents. Map. Flew Flames locations. In the exit. The library and the astronomy wing. Defense against.
You idiot! Not this guy got back for 5 generations, and you go and give her clothes!
You'll never believe what I've...
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
I regret using iCrucio/I. I agree, we did what we had to.
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
I won't say a word. We should tell O-.
We need to tell him. He's the reason we found the book, and he deserves to know what you've learned.
You've seen how he frets about the dark arts. I promise, I'll tell him when I found the relic. When I know more, I shall send an owl. And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
I am not letting this go.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I appreciate you telling Sebastian not to keep this from me, but going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
Such a tragic loss. What happened to
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
The spellbook is giving Sebastian hope. The spellbook is concerning.
Some references Sebastian mentioned in the book do worry me.
I'm glad you understand. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further. But if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
Level. Map. Flu Flames location. Level. 20 quests. Fire and Vice. Troll Control. The Deadline Keys. Take the Bis. Rescuing. Venomous Revenge. The cellar Ackley Barnes spoke of should be just down the street from the Three Broomsticks. Birds of a Feather. The Hip-Ubs. Fall of the Dead. Sacking Selwyn. Selwyn is held up with other Ashwinders in the Clagmark. Spot Rip. Fall of the Dead. Talk to Geek in the Tale of Roland. Ghost of Our Love. The Dead. Troll. Fire and Vice. Poppy is waiting in the area to the far north of Hogwarts, as the broom flies. Meet Poppy Sweeting. Require cross button. Level 26. Lumos. Reparo. Utility. Allows you to quickly return certain damaged object. Disillusionment. Utility. Expelliarmus. Damage. Bombarda. Defindo. Confringo. Damage. A long-range ball that deals damage on impact. Enemies hit with fire-based attacks will continue to take Expelliarmus. Descendo. Flipendo. Force. Flips object. Depulso. Force. Accio. Force. Summons a variety of Crucio. Unforgivable curse. Causes most enemies to writhe in pain as they take damage over time. Also curses the victim and cursed enemies take extra damage. Disillusionment. Triangle button. Confringo. Defindo. Damage. Slashes objects and enemies from afar, dealing considerable R2. Level 26. Map. Flue Flames locations. The World Map. The High North South Hog North North Fort Bog. Enemy level. Fire and Vice. Poppy is Pittapon Ford. The hamlet of Pittapon Ford. Pittapon the Highland Pittapon Ford. The hamlet of
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Cross button. Cross button. Felix Felices. Triangle button. Select 0 0 0 0 1 0 5 3 0 0 0. Edgeoris potion. Release L1 button to equip. 0. Felix Felices. Enhances the drinker's chance of success in their endeavors, specifically by revealing the
Is Highwing all right? Natty told me what the two of you did.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poachers' best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poachers spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Your secret's safe with me.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
This way.
Lumos. Triangle button. Assign top. Beast petting brush. R2 button. Triangle button. Nab R.
A centaur. Tread carefully.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious. That's the third time I've seen a dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water. This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look
Revelio.
around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Pelt. Port still smoking. They can't have been gone long. This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it. Revelio! Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left?
Anything interesting?
Poachers were here. All sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin-made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this. How do goblin and poacher interests align?
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures, though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land.
I shan't be having none of your
Lumos. Util dis.
going now for poachers at your back.
Yeah. Nothing to poach in Arrynshire except spiders. Not worth the trouble, if you ask me.
Anyone looking for...
Hogwarts is very lucky they've got protection charms, if you ask me. I tell you this, Hogwarts is lucky they've got protection charms. Who says crime doesn't pay? Why, I'm practically swimming in galleons.
What in Merlin's name?
Are those dragons?
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Hauntel Hall.
The name makes sense now, and the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. likely taking bets and spreading the word. Given how crowded it is here, how could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being in the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted. I wouldn't give to be a televised right
now. Don't know what Victor was thinking, striking a bargain with him.
Think I won't remember you? Ha! As if you could elude it. Incendiary! Potato! Cuprico! Glacier!
Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Ravelli, will they join us?
Nah, they say we go too far. The violence isn't going to get us what we want. I say, if every last wizard is run through with a blade, then violence is going to get me precisely what I want.
Sickens me to work alongside any of them. Don't know how Ramrock's stomach's being near Rookwood. Foul beast.
Not much longer now. Soon our necks will be out from under wizarding boots. Wizard kind will pay for what they've done.
Such arrogance.
We're just here.
Don't bother.
What have you done?
Potato. I hate wasting Revelio.
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her up, shall we? Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Hello, Hamora.
Left stick. Move green spark. Right stick. Move red spark.
All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The element of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count. Revelio.
Yes. A more hushed approach is likely wise.
Careful! Ramrope will want his dragon intact! Bring me a diamond, I will take more to run the other way when they see me humans do every time. Think you'll get out of here? I won't rest.
Nothing more than luck. The land returns to the been one for gardening. Never mind.
You're the one we're looking for, and you brought a friend.
Visit the collections menu to learn about enemy abilities and weaknesses.
This way!
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
Let's get out of here. What should we...
Since the dragon we freed flew off, does that mean we get to keep the egg?
I'd much rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But I don't think we should keep it indefinitely. It'll be hard hiding something like this from Professor Weasley for long.
Let's get... What do you...
Should we expect trouble from the poachers, given the trouble we just caused?
It'd be foolish not to expect it. They're not a forgiving lot. I'm sorry to say that you likely have a larger target on your back now because of what we just did.
Let's get out of here.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
Map, the Highlands, Forbid Northford, the Hogsmeade map, Hogsmeade, Brood and Pat, World, Hogwarts map, Flue Flame, the Bell, the Library Annex, the Bell Tower, Flying Class Law, Summoner's Court, Match 2. Someone is looking for a new opponent at Summoner's Court. Play Summoner's Court. Crossbutt, Summoner's Court, Match 2. Someone is looking for a new opponent at the Bell Tower Wing. Collection, the Library Annex. Beating a curse, the Library Annex. The Grand Staircase, the South Wing, the Great Hall. The Great Hall, exit, Hogwarts. The Library Annex, the Bell Tower Wing. The Astronomy Wing, the Hall of Herod, the Astronomy Wing. The Library Annex, Greenhouse.
Off on another adventure.
You learned the transformation spell. After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
Level 20. Map. Quests. Professor Weasley's assignment. I need to find the field guide page for the book Intermediate Transfiguration in the library, as well as the field guide page about the underground harbor. Collect the field guide page in the underground harbor. Collect the field guide page from the book on Intermediate Transfiguration in the library. Requirements. Required level 20. Rewards. Transformation. Cross button. Track quest. Triangle button. Locate on map. Circle button. Back. Level. Talents.
Oh, it's you!
Samantha, is everything alright?
No, it's not. It's my brother William. The one I told you about after Charms class. He's been cursed. He ignored my warning and now he's lying in St. Mungo's looking completely pathetic. He simply never listens.
I'm sorry, how exactly has he been cursed?
Oh, you won't believe it. Truly, but his feet were turned into purple beets. You can imagine his distress. And mine. I won't even go into the attention he was getting from our garden rabbits before he admitted himself to hospital.
That's awful. That's hilarious.
Beets for feet. How hilarious. I mean, how terrible. Horrible, truly.
You and the entire school may find it funny, but the situation is dire.
Well, it is an unusual situation. How did your brother end up like this?
It's entirely partly his own fault. I told him about some research I'd done recently on our ancestor Marmaduke Dale. In particular, my discovery that Marmaduke's tomb was cursed. My brother's always making fun of my discoveries. This time, he laughed in my face. Told me I'd misinterpreted my findings. As if that were possible. And to prove his point, he went right up to the entrance of the tomb and poof! His feet transfigured into beets.
He clearly needs help. He deserved it.
If I'm honest, I'd say he had it coming.
Normally I'd agree with you, but he's my brother. I know what he did showed abysmal judgment on his part. And no one deserves such a fate to last forever, especially as the result of a single brainless mistake. Now I worry that if the curse isn't reversed, it could become permanent.
Can't the curse be broken?
Possibly. The curse stems from a crest that was stolen from Marmaduke. If the crest were returned to its rightful place upon his sarcophagus, then I believe that William's feet may be restored. You battled trolls when they attacked Hogsmeade, escaped a dragon, and I could tell by your work and charms that you're a skilled spellcaster. Returning a crest to a sarcophagus should be almost effortless for you. So, will you help us?
Of course. Where did the curse...
Why was Marmaduke's tomb cursed?
The curse is the result of an intense sibling rivalry between Granham Dale and his younger brother Marmaduke. Marmaduke was a famed herbologist, and Granham resented the attention that he received.
Sibling rivalry? Sounds as if it might run in the family.
But I would never intentionally curse my brother, not like Granham did. When their mother died, Marmaduke was given the prized family crest. Granham felt that as the eldest child, he should have been given it. Years later, when Marmaduke died, Granham stole it and cursed the tomb so that none in the Dale family could ever pay their respects.
Of course. Where, if I help, will my feet become beets?
How do you know it's safe? I don't want my feet to turn into beets as well.
Oh, but the curse only applies to Marmaduke's descendants, as my brother so aptly demonstrated. That's why I need your help. You're unrelated to my family, so the curse wouldn't affect you.
Of course. Where, if I, why...
Why is your ancestor so well known?
He discovered the properties of several magical herbs and plants. He also uncovered numerous types of flora. The wizarding world owes him a great debt. His work not only impacted the discipline of herbology, but also potion making.
Of course.
I can take the crest to Marmaduke's sarcophagus for you.
Oh, thank you! Thank you so much! You'll simply go into the tomb where Marmaduke was laid to rest and place the crest on top of his sarcophagus. According to my research, the tomb's been abandoned for centuries, so it should be a fairly simple task. You'll find it just east of the hamlet of Brockborough. Thank you for your help. My family is indebted to you.
Map. Flue Flames locations. Hogwarts, the Astronomy Wing, the Library Annex. Professor Weasley's assignment. Summoner's, the Library Annex, the Bell Tower Wing, Summoner's Court, Match 2. Someone is looking for a new opponent at Summoner's Court. Play Summoner's Court. Cross button. Track quest. The Bell Tower Wing, the Astronomy Wing, Fall of the Dead. Talk to Geek in the room of the Astronomy Wing. Collection, the Bell Tower Wing. Collect flying.
I need to find the tomb near Brockborough and place Samantha's family crest on a sarcophagus there. Hello, Samantha. Are you here for Summoner's Court?
I am. I'm actually rather good at it. Never mind. Shall we begin?
I'm ready. Not now.
Perhaps another time.
Of course. Another time.
Map. Flue Flames locations. The Astronomy Wing. The Hall of Herodiana. Sophronia Franklin seems like she could use my Fall of the Dead. Talk to Geek in the Room of Requirement. Speak with Geek. The Tale of Roland Oakes. Adelaide Oakes seems worried about someone. The Tale of Roland Oakes. Triangle Transfiguration Core. The Tale of Roland Oakes.
Adelaide Oakes, isn't it? I received your owl.
Yes, I'm Adelaide Oakes. Oh dear. You see, my Uncle Roland is a metal trader who's quite well known in the goblin community. He normally sends me owls every week when he's on his business travels. In his last owl, he alluded to dealings with those radical goblins, Ranrock's loyalists. It's been ages since that owl and I'm worried. What with the troll attack on Hogsmeade and the rumours that goblins may have been involved, well, I'm fearing the worst. Should I be worried about my uncle, or am I overthinking this?
I would be worried. I think you're
right to be concerned, Adelaide. Your uncle may be in trouble.
You're much more understanding than Professor Weasley. She heard I was going to look for him and forbade me from leaving the grounds. She's convinced he can handle himself, but I can't concentrate on anything until I know he's all right. Could you try to find out for me? From what I hear, you're almost as adventurous as Uncle Roland.
I'll see Can you tell me more about your uncle's business with goblins?
Has your uncle traded with many goblins?
Yes, for ages. Even speaks gobbledygook. But he only recently mentioned Ranrock's lot, insisting the galleons were worth the risk. He does it for me. Between robes and supplies, attending Hogwarts costs a fair sickle. And besides that, Uncle Roland has expensive taste. He's sacrificed so much for me over the years. I promised him that as soon as I finish Hogwarts, I shall be the one taking care of him.
I'll see what I can. Are you and your uncle close?
I take it you and your uncle are close.
We are. My mother died when I was born, and I lost my father when I was 5. Uncle Roland's looked after me for as long as I can remember. He knows I get anxious when he travels, and that's why he sends me all the owls, to let me know that he's all right.
I'll see what I can learn.
I'll try and look into it for you, Adelaide.
Thank you. He's very thorough in his record keeping, notes all his trades in a journal, makes maps. In fact, in his last owl, he drew me a map of his next stop. He'd planned to set up camp north of here. I do hope you're able to find out where he is. Thank you again for any help you can provide. It's never been this long. I just know something's happened.
Map. Flue Flames locations. Hogwarts. The library annex. Professor Weasley's assignment. The library annex. The bell tower wing. Collection chests. 2. The bell tower wing. The astronomy. Fall of the Dead. The Hall of Charms.
She seems very worried. Adelaide mentioned her uncle's camp may be near Brockborough, past the river. Can I help you?
I believe you can. I'm Sophronia, by the way, and I need help from someone who's at least a 5th year. Are you familiar with Herodiana Byrne? Don't answer that. Of course you're not. No one seems to know of her but me. She's only the single greatest Depulso master of all time, even taught at Hogwarts, briefly.
She sounds fascinating. Doesn't sound that
How interesting. I'm amazed I've never heard of her.
It's a travesty she's not more well known. I often read about great witches in my limited free time. There are many. Whilst reading about her, I learned that she built a secret Depulso training room here at Hogwarts. But in typical clever Herodiana fashion, one cannot access it unless one knows Depulso, which of course, 3rd years aren't taught.
And you're a 3rd year, so...
Quick one, aren't you? According to what I've read, her signature outfit may still be there. I would love to see it. Would you get Herodiana's signature outfit and show it to me?
I'll see what happened to her.
What ends up happening to Herodiana Byrne?
In her later years, she taught at Hogwarts, but only for a short while. Just long enough to build a secret hall, it appears. Then one day, she just disappeared. Some say she actually banished herself. No one knows for sure.
I'll see what I can.
If you tell me where to go, I'll see what I can do about it.
Simply go to the Hall of Herodiana. It's at the base of the Defense Against the Dark Arts Tower. There, you'll find a series of Depulso puzzles concealing pieces of Herodiana's ensemble.
Very well. I shall let you know if I find anything.
I can't wait to see Herodiana's famous ensemble. Well, did you find the Hall of Herodiana?
Suppose I should look for that secret hall Sophronia told me about. It does sound interesting.
Level 20. Map. Flue Flames locations. The Hall of Her. The Astronomy Witch. Charms. Fall of the Dead. Triangle button. U. The Astronomy. Level. Challenges.
Deek would like to speak with you when you have a moment.
Hello, Deke. You wanted to talk to me?
Hello, Deke. You wanted to talk to me?
Indeed. Deek thought you might want to learn how to build a breeding pen so that you can breed beasts.
I would like that.
That sounds like a very good idea.
Rescuing and breeding beasts go hand in hand. Young beasts are particularly vulnerable to poachers. Breeding beasts here in the room will allow us to keep the younger ones safe.
I see. What do I need to do?
First, bring a pair of beasts to the room. One male, one female. Deek suggests rescuing thestrals, as they're at great risk from poachers. Noble creatures, but their relationship with death gives them a bad reputation. They're prized by poachers for their tail hairs.
I've seen thestrals before, but where would I find a pair of them nearby?
Deek has seen some wild thestrals not too far from the Hogwarts grounds. Then you'll need to purchase a spellcraft for the pen from Tomes and Scrolls and gather the materials it requires. Once you've rescued the thestrals and you have the spellcraft, you come and find Deek.
Potting table. Potions station. Edgeoris Maxima Invisible Focus Potion Thunderbrew. Focus Potion Felix Felices. Enhances. Potting table. Enchanted Loom. Use. Enchanted Loom. Level 20. Gear. Handwear. Equipped item. Brown leather. Stinger dueling gloves. Brown leather gloves. Equipped item. Brown leather. Stinger dueling glove. Brown leather glove. Stinger dueling gloves. Brown leather. Stinger dueling gloves. Brown leather glove. Handwear. Faceywear. Quidditch goggles. Gold-rimmed Quidditch goggles. Solar protect. Equipped item. Purple dragon-eyed spec. Solar protection goggles. Equipped item. Solar protection goggles. Extraordinary. Required equipped item. Asylum, handwear, faceywear, handwear, headwear. Suave mauve, equipped item. Height, neckwear. Equipped, Celtic glit, equipped item. Loosened crimson locks, teal clockwork, equipped item, teal clockwork scarf. Equipped item. Teal clockworks, equipped item. Loosened crimson lock scarf. Cloaks and robes. Circle button, outfit. Equipped item, tattersall, equipped item. Tattersall shirt and tie, equipped item. Diamond classic school uniform. Extraordinary. Outfit. Outfit. Tattersall shirt, diamond classics, equipped item. Tattersall shirt and tie school uniform, outfit. Outfit of common coat protectors on dark arts ensemble. An ensemble for those with protect plaid blazer school cloak neckwear. Neckwear. Loosened crimson teal Celtic blister scarf. Outfit. Cloaks and robes, outfit. Common coat equipped item. Protect relaxed jumper school equipped item. Ash window equipped protectors cobalt regalia. Faceywear appear dark arts mask. A skull mask, embellished cloaks and robes, handwear. Gloves. A pair of black neckwear, cloaks and robes. Equipped wand handles. Equipped wand handle, imperial, avian gray, natural gray. Faceywear. Equipped item. Solar protection neckwear. Equipped item. Navigator's scarf. Dark arts scarf. Top of the class dark arts scarf. A scarf. Golden equipped item. Dark top of the class scarf. Loosened black and natural beige. Loosened pin navigator's scarf. A superb scarf for witches and wizards who always know which level. 20 map quests. The Hall of Herodiana. Sophronia mentioned the deadline key. Troll control. Professor Weasley's assignment. I need to find the deadline keys. Rescuing, abscond, spot removal, Fall of the Dead. Deke marked the location on my map where he believes I can find Thestrals. I'll also need to stop off in Hogsmeade and buy a spellcraft for the breeding pen. Purchase a breeding pen spellcraft. Requirements. Suggested level. 17. Fall of the Dead. Deke level. Collections.
Have you rescued the Thestrals and purchased the spellcraft?
I'd like to ask you about changing. What do I need to do, Deke?
What do I need to do, Deke?
Rescue a pair of Thestrals, one male and one female, and bring them to the room. Then you'll need to purchase a spellcraft for the pen from Tomes and Scrolls and gather the materials it requires. Once you've rescued the Thestrals and you have the spellcraft, you come and find Deke.
Map. Flue Flames locations. Hogsmeade map. Hogsmeade. Gladrags Wizard. Madam Snelling's. North Hogsmeade. Brood and Peck. A Beast. The Magic Neep. West. J. Pippin's Potion. Ollivanders. Spintwitch's Sporting Needs. The Three Broomsticks. Hogsmeade Square. Steepley and Sons. Honeydukes. Brood and Peck. Madam Snelling's. Brood and Peck. A Beast supply shop stocked with the latest and greatest in beast byproducts. Cross Button. Madam Snelling's Tress Emporium. Zonko's Joke Shop. A joke and trick shop with a selection of pranking Brood and Peck. A Beast supply shop stocked with the latest and North Hogsmeade. The Northerns, the Tomb of the Villager. The Magic Neep. Hogsmeade's supplier of fresh produce, seeds and fertilizer, West Hogsmeade. Spintwitch's Sporting Needs. A sporting goods shop that sells a variety of brooms. Steepley and Sons, Hogsmeade Square. Honeydukes. A sweet shops, Brood and Peck. A beast supply shop stocked with the latest and greatest North Hogsmeade. Level. Map. Hogsmeade. Gladrag's Wizardwear. A clothing shop for both the Ollivander Tomes and Scrolls. Tomes and Scrolls. A specialty book Ollivanders. Level. 26.
Let's look at what we have, shall we?
Tomes and Beast Breeding Pen Spellcraft. A spellcraft to conjure a beast feeder spellcraft. Material refiner spellcraft. Potting table with a large pot spellcraft. Potting table with material refiner spell. Hopping pot spellcraft. Hopping pot spellcraft. Potting table with 2 medium pots spellcraft. T-shaped potions station. Medium potion. Potting table with potting table with potting table. Dung composters. Shopping station. Beast toy. Beast feeder spellcraft. Hopping pot spellcraft. Potting table with medium T-shaped potting material beast material refiner spellcraft. Unlocks the ability to conjure a material refiner. Use it to produce moonstone essential for additional conjuration spellcrafts. Cost 1,500 galleons. Cross button. Shopping station potting material beast toy box shopping Duncan brown leather gloves. Gold-rimmed circular spectacles. Superb Celtic blister scarf. Suave mauve hat. Extraordinary brown leather gloves. Quidditch goggles. Well, asylum mask. Superb teal clockwork scarf. Roughhouser gloves. Well appointed. Required level, purple dragon-eyed spectacles. Diamond classic school, brown leather diamond, beast toy, potting table with 2 large, potting table with 3 small pots spellcraft. Unlocks the ability to conjure a potting table with 3 medium potting table with 2 medium pots spellcraft. Unlocks the ability to conjure a potting table with 2 medium pots. Use it potting table with 3 small potting table with 3 medium pots spellcraft. Unlocks the potting table with a medium pot spellcraft. Potting table with 2 large pots spellcraft. Material refiners. Hopping potting table with 3 medium pots spellcraft. Potting table with a medium pot spellcraft. Unlocks the ability to conjure a potting table.
Let me know if there's anything else I
believe she has learned about some of what we've been up to. I'm hoping she may be easier on me if you are there.
Can we meet at the 3 Broomsticks? It may finally be safe since we rescued the dragon from Horntail Hall.
Map, Hogsmeade. Collection chests. Quests. All. Mum's the a dragon deep. Mum's the word. A dragon deep. Mum's the word. Level. Talents. Map. Hogsmeade. Gladrag's Wizardwear. Hogwarts map. Flute world map. The astronomy wing. Astronomy tower. The astronomy tower. Fall of the dead. Now that I've rescued a pair of Thestrals and purchased the spellcraft for the breeding, astronomy, Fall of the Dead. Now, astronomy tower. The astronomy tower of Astronomy tower. The Astronomy Tower of Hogwarts Castle. Defense Professor. Transfiguration Classroom. Transfiguration Court. Charms Classroom. Defense against the Charms Classroom. Astronomy Tower. The Astronomy Tower of Hogwarts Castle. Cross button. Set waypoint. Square button. Map. Flue Flames locations. Hogwarts secret rooms. The room of requirement and the astronomy wing. Charms classroom. Charms classroom. Professor Ronan's charms classroom. The astronomy wing. Work quests. The hippogriff. Fall of beating a curse. Spot rim. Fall of the dead. Now that I've rescued a pair of Thestrals and level. Talents. Level 26. Map. Flue Flames locations. Charms. Transfiguration classroom. Level 20. Map. Flue Flames location. The astronomy broom race. The astronomy wing. Astronomy tower. Charms Charms classroom. Professor Ronan's world map. The Highland. East South. Hogwarts map. Hogsmeade. Merlin Flue world map. The Grand Hogwarts. Quad court. Lower grand staircase. The grand staircase. Slytherin trophy room. Slytherin lower the bell Hogwarts. Beasts classroom. Hogwarts the bell tower wing. Hogwarts. Charms class. Defense against the dark. Defense against Professor Transfiguration classroom. Transfiguration courtyard. The astronomy wing. Secret room. The library. Secret rooms. The room of requirement and the Hogwarts. The map chamber. Room of requirement. Potting table. Small planter. Dittany. The leaves of this medicinal herb are used in Wiggenweld potion. Dittany seeds can be purchased. Potting table. Small planter. Mandrake. Fertilizer. A nutrient-rich compost that can be added to plants to increase their yield. Cross button. Fertilize. Empty. Circle button. Back. Lumos. Conjuring spell. Transfiguration. Conjures items into existence. Triangle button. Assign altering spell. Transfiguration. Alter the physical form. Evanesco. Transfiguration. Art. Conjuration. Furniture. Tables. Herbology. Scientific large botanical potting table, eclectic potting table, Gothic potting table, scientific potting table with a large pot. A scientific potting table perfect for growing a botanical pot. Medium potting, small composters. Large botanical potting table with a large pot. A botanical potting table perfect for growing a plant that requires a large pot. Moonstone. 208. Potting table budget. 6 out of 7. Botanical potting table with a large pot. A botanical potting table perfect for growing a plant that requires a large pot. Resources required. Moonstone. Potting table budget. 7 out of 7. Conjuration. Herbology. Potting table. Large Chinese chomping, shrivelfig, malorosite, mandrake, fluxweed, venomous tentac, knotgrass. Malorosite. A colorful plant that produces the leaves. Malorosite. A colorful plant that produces fertilizer. A nutrient-rich compost that can be added to plants to increase their yield. Cross button. Fertilize. Lumos. Cross button. Felix felicis. Cross button. Potting table. Small planter. Knotgrass. Potting table. Small planter. Dittany. The leaves of this medicinal herb are used in Wiggenweld potion. Dittany seeds can be purchased at the Magic Neep and can be grown in pots of any size. Ready in 6 meters 27 s. Cross button 0. Venomous 5. Chinese chomping cabbage. Release L1 button to equip. Formidable chomping cabbages that when released attack nearby enemies. Chomping 0. Potting table. Small planter. Dittany. The leaves of this medicinal potting table. Small planter. Malorosite. A colorful malorosite. Malorosite.